Good morning. Hello, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. What's happening? Marcus here. Today I'm going to talk about what are the most important things you need to know for email marketing. Email marketing is such an integral part of marketing, and a lot of restaurants and a lot of businesses in general just don't utilize it enough or utilize it at all. And we're going to talk about some key points on email marketing right now. So email marketing, what you need to know to market your business or your brand, some simple things. By the way, I just created a email marketing academy. It's free, by the way, so just drop a comment if anybody wants to jump in on that. I'll be happy to give you access. It's totally free, by the way. It's a free thing. I just finished some more videos and I uploaded. There's going to be there's almost 45 videos, 40 to 45 videos as of right now. And I just did this the other day. So I'm creating more content. I'm adding more experts on there, but it's a free email academy. You go online, you watch the videos, and then you go kick butt in your email marketing. So what are the most important things you need to know, for email marketing for your business? All right, so here we go. So first of all, one of the pillars of your business for sales should be email marketing. There's a lot of different ways you bring people into your business and then communicate to your business, communicate to your database. Email marketing probably has the best ROI out there going, return on investment. It's very affordable to use. You basically pay a monthly fee. The more contacts you have, the more you pay. So then you want to start working that list that you've been building. So, I mean, it literally comes down to pennies, fractions of pennies, depending on how many emails you're sending, and how many people are on your subscriber list, and how much you're paying a month, and your frequency. So, the ROI is insane. You can Google all kinds of things for like ROI and email marketing. You'll find all these studies that say 4,400%. It's literally insane, and the people just totally overlook. People totally overlook the value in email marketing. So you build a list several different ways for email marketing, and I'll talk about that. But the most important thing is once you start sending emails out, the most important thing is your title or your headline. Let's call it a headline, your title. Think about this. When you walk into a business, you walk into a mall, you walk into stores, this is great. When you walk into like a conference, an expo, like in the restaurant world, we go to restaurant shows, and you walk down aisle after aisle and you see all these booths. The one that catches your attention the most is the one that has the best headline. The best headline is the one that has the benefit for the person that they want to sell to. So if I'm walking down an aisle, I'm gonna look at all these things, and it's literally overload, right? I go to shows that there are literally 500 vendors, 1,000 vendors, 3,000 vendors at shows, like the Fancy Food Show, and it's overwhelming, right? So I walk down and I'm like in tunnel vision because I don't want to hear some cheesy sales line or something, but what I look at is what actually benefits me the most. If there's a headline there of how I can save this, this, and this, how I can increase my sales, how I can do this, sort of like the title of this video on Facebook is, what are the most important things to know for email marketing? That's the benefit of watching the video. What are the most important things? So your title is super important. Now, this is going to roll back on step 4 or 5 when I talk about 4 or 5 here on your title. So craft your title into what exactly is the benefit for the guest. Now, sometimes, if you're promoting New Year's Eve, you might be sending out an email that says, join us for New Year's Eve. Well, yeah, a lot of restaurants are open for New Year's Eve. But what makes you unique, your restaurant? What makes your business unique? And what is the benefit for them to come to your place? You may have the best dance floor around. You may have no dancing. People do like to go out on New Year's Eve and not dance, not hear loud music. So if that's your restaurant, and you're doing an early dinner, then by all means say that. Say, have one of the best meals in town, and then go sell it. Craft it so they understand what they're coming into. Come in for a nice, relaxed, calm, New Year's Eve, or best value out there, or the best value open, but whatever it is, craft it so they can see what's in the title that then makes them want to open the email and explore more. So headline is super important. Content is the second thing that's going to keep people engaged and coming back and back and back. Your headline's going to get them in. Your content's going to keep them coming back and back. So the content, you know, a lot of places I see just send out things that are strictly sales pitches. Buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, without actually adding value or actually entertaining your clients along the way, your guests along the way. So you want the content to be something that's real content, not just a sales pitch. The experts say 3-to-1 balance, 4-to-1 balance. So for every 3 emails you communicate, only for every 3, the fourth one should, or 3-to-1, should be something like, okay, here's what we actually have for sale, and here's where we're asking you to come and execute a sale transaction and do something. There's certain times of year it's very easier to ask for sales, like obviously around the holidays times. Gift cards are #1 seller for restaurants, and it's easy to send email after email after email out that is asking for business for gift cards, because people will buy like crazy online. That's just what happens that time of the year. But you wouldn't be sending sales pitches out during other times of the year that are just constant. So what is some of the content that you can do? One of the best contents that I find for open rates and engagement is recipes. People love recipes. If you're going to your favorite restaurant, you might want to know how they make the soup, the dessert, whatever it is. So sending out recipes gets massive engagement. Sending out personal stories, sending out things about your family, sending about things that are going on in your personal life, things about all that kind of stuff keeps people engaged, and a lot of that stuff makes them know that you're actually real. You're a real person. People want to know that they're doing business with real people, and that makes people feel good because they're going to know you. And that's one of the cognitive biases that Charlie Munger came up with. It's the likability factor, and the more people know about you, the more they're going to like you, and it's easier to do business with people that you like. So that is that kind of content will help people love you and like you and create that likability. That's like a psychological bias. So there's actually 25 psychological biases, and this is a video is not on psychological biases, but if you Google Charlie Munger's cognitive biases of buying, it's really an amazing, there's really some amazing things there in those 25. I've actually narrowed it down to the top 5, and I have a course and a speech that I do on a regular basis on the 5 top things you need for your digital presence, and it's all based upon his cognitive biases, the top 5, the likability factor, the influence, the authority bias, the reward bias, which is the #1, by the way. That's the #1 reason why people buy, is because of the reward bias. And that goes back to the title here. The title is what's in it for the guest, right? What's in it for them? So the reward bias comes in huge when we're talking about that. So content is really huge. Now here's the thing: if you're actually here, let's jump into something else real quick, then we'll talk about what was on my mind. So people complain to me. They go, Marcus, my emails just get deleted or they don't get read. They go unread. Unread can mean deleted. On the other end, they can be deleted in email. People just delete my emails, Marcus. Why should I be sending emails out? Because they're just deleting them. And I said, man, if they're deleting your emails, that's perfectly fine. Because for somebody to hit the delete button, delete, they have to mentally and physically make the connection with their brain, physically with their fingers, to actually make that happen. And when they're doing that, they're actually taking action on your email. They're actually taking an action, folks. That's like clicking a link. Like clicking a link and making them delete, press delete on it is making like clicking a link, which is making that connection, okay? And that connection is huge. Because if you have a great headline or title, at some point you're going to send them an email that they're going to open and have a transaction. So for example, if you have a couple that is saving up money because their daughter's getting married and they're not going out right now, they're not interested in going out because they're saving money for next year for the big day, right? They don't care about what you're doing New Year's Eve. They don't care about, that you're doing something on here, and there, because they're not in the budget to do that right now. They're in the budget to plan and pay for a wedding. But the email that you send out with the fantastic headline of your catering is going to get them to open the email and then all of a sudden create a $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 transaction, because that's what they're in for. All right. So all those emails that person actually sat there and deleted. This is about a long-term marathon. It's about a marathon. It's not about a sprint. So that person was just deleting because you didn't have something right then and right there for them. They didn't delete you out of this. They didn't unsubscribe. They just deleted your email. But when you send the thing with a good headline, a good title, that is the right subject, they're going to open that, and there's going to be a high likelihood of a transaction there. And I explained to restaurateurs, the people that we coach and work with, that this is like a long-term thing. You just don't. This is why email is so cheap and inexpensive. It's a great value. You just keep sending and sending and sending. By the way, guests at restaurants want to hear from their favorite restaurant every 21 days, every 3 weeks. I've read that in several different publications. It was a well-known study by, I forgot who, and I knew last year because I was quoting it on a speech I was doing. And they want to know, they want to hear from their, I think it's 22 days exactly, or 23 days. Guests want to hear from their favorite restaurant every 22 to every 23 days. So the best way to do that is emails. Emails is the most effective. Of course, there's postcards, there's mailings, things like that. There's other ways you can actually communicate, but emails is the single best. Now, one of the tactics that we do on our emails is we send an email out on Monday, and we look at it on Wednesday on the engagement and so we give it 3 days. You see who's interacting with it, who's clicking links or monitoring all that kind of stuff. And every time you click a link in one of my emails, there's a tag. And back in the back scenes of this, behind, on the portal, you're getting tags. If you're clicking a beer link, all of a sudden you're a beer fan. If it's a wine link, you're a wine fan. If you want to know about information about hiking and where to go hiking, you click that link. Then all of a sudden you're a hiking fan. I know you go hiking, you're interested in hiking. So when I do group hikes, I'm going to target you specifically. So you want to treat your emails just like Facebook treats us. Facebook treats us with every action, every like, every check-in we do, and even our geographic area. Like I pulled into Rochester a couple months ago, and I opened my phone, and it's like, welcome, Facebook, welcome to Rochester, Marcus. So that's huge marketing stuff, right? So in the right CRM and the right email platform that you have, the one I use, and if anybody's interested in this, just drop a link. And the course that we have online is free, by the way. The Academy is totally free. There's videos like this and to get more in depth and really specific on a specific program. But the program that we use, I can send an email out to people within a 10-mile radius, 20-mile radius. I can actually send people out an email on our CRM to people that are only on Facebook or that are not on Facebook. So if they're on Facebook, I can send them an email to make sure that they like my fan page, which is another pillar of growth, of sales growth, is your Facebook page, okay? There's certain pillars, and I'm working on this for a speech, all the pillars, like the 7 pillars that you need specifically to focus on to grow your sales, to grow your business. And it works for any business, by the way, but I'm doing that. That's one of the pitches I'm doing for some speaking engagements next year. And some restaurant shows, the pillars of growing your business, of sales growth. So 23 days about they want to hear from you. There's also other ways to do it. So if anybody's interested in this free academy that I've created, membership's free. There's no strings attached to it. It's not like you have to even pay after 30 days. It's totally free. You get in there, there's like 40 videos as of now. We'll be adding more videos. This is totally free. There's no strings attached. I'm not going to bill you in 6 months. I'm not going to bill you in a year. This is just great content that I just put together in an official academy. You get an email. You got to pass a login. You go in and you just go down and watch all the videos in one place. So it's really cool. If anybody's interested in that, drop me a comment, drop me a comment, or direct message me, and I'll get you into that academy. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I'll catch up with you soon.